Sarah's from the Adriatic Sea. Today we're going to be going through a hip and glute release with the peanut. So this can be accomplished in 10 minutes or less on a day where you're feeling pretty achy and sore. Okay, so we're gonna get started on our backs with our peanut. If you don't have a peanut, take 2 tennis balls or 2 lacrosse balls, put it in a sock and tie a knot on it, okay? So let's get started on our backs. Take a couple of deep breaths to first center yourself into your practice. Taking a deep inhale to expand the diaphragm, and exhale to contract. Bring awareness to the 3-dimensionality of your ribs and the contraction of your pelvic floor underneath it. So as a friendly reminder, pelvic floor contraction feels like a string being pulled between your lady parts and your pubic bone, or your man parts and your pubic bone, pinching a penny in between your hip crests here, or if you are a woman, sucking a grape up with your vagina. Anyhow, go ahead and take your peanut, place it underneath of your right glute muscle, knock your knees to the side, and feel a good release there. At this point, we are releasing our piriformis, external rotators, glute back, some of the bigger muscles in on our backside. Take a couple of deep breaths here, bringing awareness again to the ribs as well as the pelvic floor response to the exhale. Nice. Okay, other side. In most cases, I recommend 5 to 7 breaths for all release work. Help get the job done. So place it under your left glute this time, knock your knees towards the left. Bring your ribs in. Inhale as you feel your ribs expand. Exhale to release. Feel the pelvic floor respond. Breath. Nice. Okay. Now, rock all the way onto your right side this time and take the peanut, place it underneath of your right hip, where your IT band is connecting to your upper hip, okay? And find a nice spot that induces a little bit of soreness and like just an immediate, oh my goodness, I need to work on this kind of sensation. Go ahead and rock front to back, up and down. You can place your forearm on the ground beside you in order to find this. But wherever it is, just breathe into it, slowly to release tension. To introduce an active release while using your peanut, you can center your left foot on top of your right thigh bone and then begin to bend and straighten the bottom leg just a little bit and just feel how that changes the release work. You might want to tip up and down as you do this to really get into it. So we're working at the top edge of the IT band, as well as the lateral hip. Some of the gluteus medius, gluteus minimus, muscles that we work in our side series, which is also published on this site. Yeah. A couple more rocks. Nice. Okay. Other side. Tip onto your left side. Take your peanut with you. If you're enjoying the crashing of the waves, the sound of that, as much as I am, place your right foot on top of your left thigh bone, and then find your sweet spot on your left lateral hip. Left glute. It's different for everyone, so that's why it's a little bit difficult to specifically indicate where the peanut should be, but it should be somewhere alongside of your hip. Wherever you feel the most sensation that is tolerable, probably means you need to release that. Yeah. So again, options are tipping front to back, bending and extending the bottom leg, and just moving into it wherever it feels like it's necessary. Okay. So now we are going to get into the front side of the hip. This is a release technique that a massage therapist showed me once. It has brought tremendous relief to my hip flexors and oftentimes will help to release some of my low back tension as well, because a lot of the time with chronic low back pain, hip flexors begin to overwork too. And so this helps to alleviate some of that stress. Okay, so lay on your stomach and place the ball, peanut, start horizontally on your hip flexors, where your hip flexors are kind of laterally connecting to your upper pelvis. And you can see it on your forearms here. Bend and straighten that back left leg. Let's start on the left side. That's what I'm doing. Does it make sense? You can make a bed for your forehead here and place your head down. Take the extension out of, it's a little windy here, out of your upper spine. Okay. Good variation for this, if you're not necessarily feeling this as much as you would like to, is to make a bit of a staggered pose with your leg. So bend through your left leg a lot and then internally rotate it as you bend through the right leg and release the left leg back. And then you get to find the bend of the left leg. Rotation. Other side. I'm going to flip around. Right now I'm on my right leg, but I invite you to do whatever side you haven't done yet. Get all the way down on your stomach. Place the peanut right along with your hip flexors meeting your pelvis. You need to bend and extend through the right leg. Find some rotation with the knee, rotating in or out. See how that changes it in your hip flexor too. That might be helpful for you. Okay. Ooh. And I found a little something towards the medial part, the middle of my quad, so I'm gonna kind of attack that as well. Nice. Okay. And then to change it up a little bit, stagger your legs, bend your left leg a lot, rotate your kneecap inward, and then find that same bend and extension. You're also welcome to roll up the quad a little bit if you want to focus more on the quad release than the hip flexor release for this last little bit here. And just experiment with what angles feel best on your body. As far as the release goes, last couple kicks, last two, last one, nice. Wonderful. Okay, I would like to end with a bit of a psoas release. So take the peanut, make it a vertical peanut, up and down. Find your hip crest, go about an inch inward, and then place the peanut there. Lay it all the way down. So this should not necessarily feel comfortable, but like something that needs to happen. Psoas is a deep muscle that connects our upper body to our lower body, and therefore works for us all day. So it often needs a good release too when we're experiencing low back. There's not a whole lot to do other than to relax into this and to try to breathe out the kinks. Okay, other side. We'll swap around for the purpose of the video, but obviously you don't need to do that for your practice. Take the peanut horizontally under your other side. For me, it's right left. Find your psoas or find your hip crest. Go 1 inch inward, and then lay on down there. Woo. For me, the left is always a lot tighter than the right. More tenderness and inflammation on the left side of my body in general. So. More breaths. Okay, friends. Wonderful. Well, I hope that I was able to present some good solutions with the peanut to you for to give you more tools for your toolkit of alleviating low back inflammation, low back pain, and just releasing some stress and tension in your body. Hope you have a great day. Ciao.